while since I did the last podcast, so um, my apologies for that. Been a little bit busy with day jobs and all sorts of bits and bobs, so I've not really had time to update this like I would have liked to. You guys know what I'm like. I'm going to do one a week, and it turned out to be one a month, or one every 6 weeks, or whatever it is. So I thought we'd have a little mooch around the photography circuit, see what's going on. And I noticed just recently there's lots and lots of bad press around photography competitions, and I have to agree in the main. There should be bad press around them, because it seems to me many of these competitions are nothing but an image grab, rights grab, and generally they appear to be there to make money off gullible photographers who are desperate to get their work out. I was on Facebook recently, and I've got the competitions coming down. We got the usual crew, loads of different ones. Just having a quick search for now. I've been looking through and seeing what really is what, and there's only one or two at the most of what you would call genuine competitions, whereby you enter your pictures for free. There's not an admin fee, there's not a processing fee, there's no fee. You enter your pictures. The competitions are sponsored by reputable companies who put the money up or the prizes up, and there's no image rights grab. You're not giving anybody permission to use your pictures all over the place, whenever they want, however they see fit, without paying you a single penny, which is what competition should be. Now, pardon me, I looked a little deeper into one or two, and discovered that, yes, there are prizes, yes, people win them, but all in all, what these photography competitions are doing really is simply making money for the people behind them. I'm going to just look through one now. I'm not going to mention the name because I don't want to get done for anything. I'm not really, accusing anybody of anything. I'm just pointing out that there's competition here, where there's various different series and different categories you can put your pictures into. We've got cash prizes, exhibitions, all the usual stuff that you get. So you're thinking, oh, this looks exciting, there's good prizes, many zeros on the prizes, good categories, interesting categories. Judges, well, judges become another thing for me. Sometimes I think they're possibly worthy of their places as judges, sometimes perhaps not. At the end of the day, photography is like any art, a personal kind of thing that you can either love or loathe. But you're going through, we're looking up. Yeah, it's good cash prize. Judges seem reputable. You go down. I want to submit a couple of pictures to this. You get down to the images, and the images are, not free to upload. You've got to pay to enter your pictures into this competition. Terms and conditions on this are the same as what they are mostly. You get a little bit of a public profile. You're told that images might be published all over the world, but basically all you're doing is giving this company, you're paying this company for the privilege of publishing your own work all over the world, while they reaping the rewards, and you don't, really, is what you're doing. So you can submit a single image for 15 quid, $20. They can use the picture wherever you want, whether they want to promote their competition, their business, us, not just the business which you're entering the competition for, but their associate businesses. And while you retain your image rights, your copyright, that you're still paying for the privilege of giving people your work to use to publish themselves, not yourself. Whichever way you look at it, is a con. as an artist, your work should be published, and you should be published and paid for the privilege of people using your work. You shouldn't be paying people to publish your work for you, and within that, giving them the rights to use it to advertise their business and other businesses. And that this is just um, one of many such competitions doing that. So you might think, well, it's not bad that, 20 quid for an entry. Yeah, a couple of 100,000 people enter. It pays for the cash prize, but not all the cash prize. How do you know how many people have entered? How do you know if 20 people have entered, or if 200,000 people have entered at £20 a picture? You don't. So, you might be sitting there thinking, well, they've got to earn a living. Well, of course they have. Of course they've got to earn a living. But what is the worth of your images? How much do you respect yourself, and how much do you respect the work? I mean, £20 to give an image away to somebody for it never to possibly pass the judge's path. I mean, if you've got a judge and they're looking at, are they really going to study these dozens, hundreds, thousands of pictures coming across their desks? I doubt they're highly, they're not going to have time. So it's pretty much going to be what you see, what you like. Jury sees a few pictures, picks his favourite, they win, or picks her favourite, they win. Where's your 20 quid gone? Where's your image gone? So, aside from that, I'm not going to name this competition, but I'm just going to look at it in a bit more detail. And I'm just going to see who actually owns the competition. Let's see if we can get anything. Let's see if we can get anything from Companies House. So let's go down. Let's see what information we can find on the web page to see. Normally they're held by bigger companies. Let's see who owns this. Just bear with me a sec while we have a look. All rights reserved. Frequently asked questions. Okay, let me find the name of somebody who might own this one. Okay. Okay, so I found the name, found an owner name. And we're just going to have a look at the older Google, see what we can pick up. Oh no, so we find them on Companies House. Let's have a little look down. Type of company, investment company. Oh, so the owners of this competition are financial investors. Interesting that they're not photographers or creatives or art dealers or any kind of creative people at all. They're pretty much people who like to make money, let's say. So if we just have a fish around with them being a limited company in the UK, we can have a little look and see. What they're up to financially. And what we tend to find is, I've looked at a few of these before, is there's a lovely sum of money in the money on account, so they're trading well and have a lot of money in their account. So it seems that this particular competition is thriving because not only are they paying out large cash prizes apparently, but they're also trading very well, it would seem. So this one particular competition is charging 20 quid, 15, 20 quid to enter, to give your picture away for them to use as they see fit. They're paying prizes, supposedly. They've got guest judges who may or may not be highly reputable. But all in all, they're running a business that's making money for them, and the business is doing very well. So what does that say? Are they doing anything wrong? Maybe not. They're just a company trading any money. But for you as a photographer, for me as a photographer, it appears to me all I'm doing by donating my money is giving them a healthy bank balance and getting nothing from it in return. Over the years, I've entered a few of these competitions just to see what I could get out of it, what the worths were, and I've never seen my work appear anywhere through them, either to promote the thing, to promote me. I've never got anything back from it other than I'm a few quid down in my bank account, and I've allowed a couple of my pictures to be used online, in print, and all over the place, just in seeking some promotion for myself as a photographer. So what is my conclusion? Well, my conclusion is pretty simple. If you're a photographer, a creative, an artist, or anybody that's got intellectual copyright, why spend all the time, effort and money in becoming good at something, proficient, and creating great work, just to pay somebody to take it off you and use it as they see fit for their own ends, for them to make money? Because that is what all, if not, well, most, if not all of these competitions are doing. And they prey on the fact that photographers, they prey on the fact that photographers are desperate to get the work out and then get the name known and get that gig and get, earn the big dollars. So photographers throw pictures at them. Some people might, if it's 15, 20 quid for one entry, 30 for two, and whatever it is, you might spend 100 quid entering a competition, which is highly unlikely going to do anything for you other than give your image rights away and cost you a few quid. I'd like to hear from somebody who's actually had some worth from entering these competitions. Has anybody actually won it? Anybody actually seen their work used around the place for their promotion to help them? I would be suspicious that it has, and I would be highly surprised if anybody could email me or contact me on social media and tell me that actually, yeah, Lance, it does work. It does work. How had it work for me? Smaller, more local competitions, that are free to enter, would, in my experience, give you more back than any of the big competitions. If you go on some competition page and you see an entry fee, avoid it like the plague, because like the one I've just looked at and found, pretty simply, they're making a lot of money off your desperation to get your work out there. And I would say we all need to stop allowing that to happen. Think about the wider context of what you're doing. You're giving away, you might be giving your copyright away, but you're giving companies 20 quid to use your work how they see fit. What are you getting back from it? And my argument would be nothing. You're being scammed, you're being skanked, you're not getting anything from it other than being shafted, really. That's your prize for it. For all that hard work, putting all your time and effort into making those pictures, to pay for somebody to take them away from you and use them, it's ridiculous. And that also brings me on to magazines that do the same. I've come across quite a lot of magazines who, yes, they've got a lot of Instagram followers, yes, they've got a lot of unique hits on their website, but to pay a couple hundred quid for a magazine to publish your work is insanity. It's upside down. It's stupidity. If you're going to pay a magazine, a commercial outlet that's making lots of money with adverts and other people's money, if you're going to pay them your own hard-earned money to publish your work, what are you doing? You would be better off doing your photography for fun and keeping the money in your pocket. Why would you pay somebody to show your own work? You would have more success in spending that 100 quid putting an exhibition together and showing your work. But just because they've got lots of hits and Instagram followers, you pay 200 quid for that magazine, you get your work in that magazine. Are people in the industry reading that magazine? Are other editors? Are other directors of photography? Are other people who could give you work and commission you to work looking at those magazines. Is that 200 quid going to get you commissioned in another magazine where they're going to pay you? Is it really? So all you're doing is paying for people on Instagram and places like that to look at your work, which with a little bit of tactical networking and hashtagging and hard work on social media, you can do it yourself for free, just time. So stop throwing money at people. Stop being that desperate to get published that you're giving people money to use your work how they see fit. It's kind of like it makes my teeth itch. It's the absolute opposite of what you should be doing. You should be saying, oh, you want to feature my work in your magazine? That's great. What are you going to pay me? Not, would you please accept my work in your magazine? Here's 200 quid. It's just lunacy. Because that's not really a magazine, is it? That's just another money-making scheme. And I bet if you look into these magazines that do this, they'll be just like the photography competition I've just looked at. It'll be on Companies House with a nice fat bank balance and all the rights to use your images as they see fit, while you're sitting there waiting for that paid gig to come in that will never come in. And also as well, you know, the real magazine editors, the real people who can pay you and commission you for work, know what this scam is, know what's happening here, and are they likely to want to pay a photographer who they know has paid to get their work published? I certainly wouldn't if I was a magazine editor or a director of photography, or somebody with a bunch of money in my hands ready to commission the next brilliant photographer. If I looked at somebody and thought, well, I know they've paid to get their work published, would I really want to pay them? Or would I just say, oh, we'll publish in our magazine, give us 200 quid. Photographer's done it once, they'll do it again. So you have to think long and hard about what you're doing. Are you really steering your career, or are you just in free fall, losing money hand over fist, and you're desperate, you know, need to be seen? I understand it, I get it. I've made some of these mistakes myself. But you have to think long and hard about what you're doing with your work. You know, your ownership, your rights. You want to be paid. We live in a, capitalist society. You should be paid for your work. You shouldn't be paying people to use your work and for them to make money off it. It's not right. And you need to think long and hard about that, I think, as a creative. So that's my kind of thoughts for this morning, 27th of December 2019, almost in a new year. Should I try and be more positive than the new year? Probably, but probably not, because you guys know me. I always find something to whinge about. But hopefully we can, new year, new horizons. We can pick up on some positivity and get this photography light that we're all in love with moving in the right direction. And that's it for this morning. I think I'm going to go and have a cup of coffee, chill a bit, see what's happening in the photography world, and come back with you perhaps in the new year now with some more of my bile, more of my complaints, and more of my hopefully insightful experience into this thing we call photography. So have a great new year, everybody. Catch up with you soon. Ta for listening.
Won't even see it coming, won't ever see me rise, won't ever see me coming. I'm the darkness in disguise, and I'm gonna break your soul.